This week's matchup is the Sunday primetime game of the Indianapolis Colts at the Kansas City Chiefs. I think this is going to be an interesting one because the Chiefs are the division leaders, obviously, and the Colts, I think, are, if I'm not mistaken, right behind them. Just checking this out real quick because I just want to make sure. I don't want to get anything wrong. They're not even in the same league. Never mind. Chiefs are in the, yeah, well, I mean, either way, they're in the same. I was partially correct. The Chiefs are the division leaders in their division, the AFC West. The AFC South, the Colts are actually tied for first place with I think they've actually played the divisional round so far. So things are looking pretty decent. Actually, this week has a lot of good matchups, except for you. And not you. That looks like it's a good one. That definitely looks like it is a solid matchup. The Browns are actually off to a decent start so far. Tonight's game is also good, but up until probably next week, I think, is when we will start doing the best matchups of the week. So, for now, let's just continue with the Sunday primetime. I'm going to go with the home team, the Chiefs, of course. This is the first game ever with the camera. So this is something new.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. You're tuned in to Sunday Night Football on EA Sports. Coming up, no Andrew Luck, so we'll see Jacoby Brissett and the Indianapolis Colts as they do battle with the reigning MVP of the National Football League, Patrick Mahomes, and the Kansas City Chiefs. I'll join you again at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from earlier this afternoon. But for now, it's Sunday Night Football. And on the call, as always, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City.
I think Arrowhead
Nothing
is
like the
second
fanfare
loudest,
of introductions
of course,
to
right
an
behind,
NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up with the Indianapolis Colts.
I know it's Seahawks Stadium.
Seated next to Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, this one featuring a couple of playoff teams from a season ago, back at it again in 2019.
And we both felt the confidence from both of these teams, right? They feel like they will be back in the playoffs again, but they shouldn't be overconfident. 7 teams last year made the playoffs that didn't make it the previous year. So he's not assured of going back year after year.
Yeah, he's definitely no Kareem Hunt. They have the Rams winning. Okay.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Let's go. First possession on offense here coming up for Indianapolis. Jacoby Brissett, the quarterback. He was good in Week 3 in that win over Atlanta. 28-37, 310 yards, 2
Honestly,
touchdowns.
Not too bad.
He's got him off to a pretty good-looking 2-1 start.
Let's go back to the preseason when Andrew Luck announced his retirement, and everyone was wondering what's going to happen with the Colts. At that time, you and I talked about, hey, Jacoby Brissett has really been running this offense since the offseason. OTAs, minicamp, because Andrew Luck's was injured during that time. So the transition has been much more mental for the fans.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack.
We talked about prior to the game, and it played out right there on the first play, didn't it? This offensive line is going to have his hands full all night long.
Now, you often speak of scripts to start a game. Does this mean that play number 2, they're going to go off the script a little bit?
Yeah, what's interesting is that most people, when they script now, they actually script those contingencies in, okay, in case they can't run the play they want to. It's long distance now. Let's go to that play.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. But now it's third down.
Have that as that again, because that went way too quick. They had the Redskins winning that game? Is Madden drunk or something?
I don't
Why
think
would
this
the
is the
Redskins
script
beat
they
the
had
New
in
England
mind for their
Patriots?
opening
First of all, the
drive.
coach
This is
even
third
said
and
himself he
long.
has no plan for the Patriots.
From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And that will be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time
I think the Bills probably win that game.
the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Watch out for him on the return. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. Out comes Patrick Mahomes. He is the man.
This
he has been
phenomenal.
the man in Kansas City
Over
since he got the starting
passing.
gig, and he did it again last week in the win over Baltimore, Charles.
Yeah.
374 yards and 3 touchdown passes.
Do you remember when we joked in the preseason that if he threw 40 touchdown passes this season,
I
after
just
throwing
want to get
50
touched
last year, that people would say he
25.
slumped?
Yeah.
I don't know that we're going to have that conversation. We may be headed back towards 50 country again. How about this? He's thrown for 370 yards or more in every game this year, 3 or more touchdowns in every game this year, and not a single interception.
Looking for Kelsey there, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays.
I'm sorry, what?
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. The 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marlon Mack, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they?
Oh, this is blocked. And this will be covered up. Pretty good result. It'll be down at the 14-yard line.
Tampa Bay could probably win that game. I know I'm missing quite a few of those games, but
following
Big Red.
the botch PAT, they're set to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go!
Kansas City's offense coming back out here for their next drive. And earlier, Charles, we talked about their 33-28 win over Baltimore to get to 3-0. That game was one of the most anticipated matchups in the early part of the season. And although Kansas City had a couple of weak moments, they got another victory. And you're just wondering, who's going to stop this team?
That's a great question, because you've got to find a way to shut down their offense, running it, throwing it, and specifically Patrick Mahomes. Now, remember, Mahomes has been playing with a tweaked ankle. He hurt it week 1 and has continued to play through. Doesn't seem to affect his right arm at all. But this Ravens defense really challenged him.
Okay, the Eagles are not going to lose against the Jets. I'm sorry.
But they found a way, and now they go to Detroit, and then they're home against Indianapolis. This KC team, they're awfully hot.
And by the way, CD, the Chiefs' Andy Reid has passed the great Chuck Noll for 6th most wins in NFL history, so congratulations to him. On second down now, it's McCoy, and he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They do go for it. It's Mahomes. And this is caught. That's Watkins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Oh my gosh, he's done. He's done.
A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done.
Carolina probably won
Brought
that. I
down,
still
but
don't
not
think
before they're
Washington's
inside
gonna
the
win.
25. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage. 17 on the play.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Now a play fake here on first down. This is caught. The end result, 21 yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll be 2nd and goal.
I don't know if there's any other way to put it, but that play was blown up right from the snap. How about the guys on the defensive side of the ball? It's almost like they were in the offensive huddle.
It's one thing to stand him up. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. Then he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
And nothing but daylight ahead. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Chester Rogers, an even 90 yards. And the Colts strike quickly here for 6 points. And I think it's safe to say we won't call many touchdown passes longer than that this year, partner.
No, I would agree with that totally. And right now, you're looking at an offensive coordinator. Conservative would not go next to his name. Risk taker, definitely, because he valued the opportunity to create a big play against what could have been disaster if they end up getting sacked or fumbling the ball in the shadow of their own goal line.
And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded at the 8. And a pretty slick return there as he's up just shy of the 45-yard line.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Robinson's got it. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. They've been pretty good against the pass. Not amazing, but good. Number 13 in the league.
Yeah, this has been a good defense, but they're going to have to really prove it in this one because guess what? They're facing the #1 passing offense in the NFL. It's definitely a prove-it day for them.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. And once again, this Colts defense stops him behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is caught inside the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Let's go, D.
Now McCoy. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Marlon Mack now heading back out there. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started at the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season, and, of course, it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and boy, are they getting downfield and creating extra blocks for him.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. Rebel Jordan Wilkins, and he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Chiefs will take over at their own 20. The fans, a reminder, coming up tomorrow night, Monday Night Football, a couple of teams trying to get back to the playoffs after extended absences, the Browns and the 49ers. Now, obviously, a much longer absence for the Browns, but in any case, a good one from the Bay Area tomorrow night. They go play action here on 1st down. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? It creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. Here we go. 4th down. Mahomes. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is going to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. Brissett on 1st down. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. Out of the gun, Brissett. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. And the Chiefs D closes in on him again, and they drop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. Brissett, complete to Hilton. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down. And he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a 1st down.
Broke the 1 tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. Vinatieri, the NFL's oldest active player, also the league's all-time leading scorer, past Morton Anderson last year.
Yeah, he turned 46 in December of 2018. You really can't see it in his leg. Maybe in the beard.
You can see it in the beard.
Maybe in the beard. That's about it. But as long as he's booting them the way he's booting them, keep going, big guy.
Let's go.
The Chiefs offense and Tyreek Hill heading back out onto the field. A chance maybe here for them to get him more involved. They're down here on the scoreboard, and he's been very quiet.
And the silence has been deafening for his team. They don't need that at all. They need fireworks. They need explosive plays. They need him touching the football in any way possible. Maybe go to some jet sweeps. Anything to get him going.
Yeah, something to get him the ball. We'll see if they can do it. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Mahomes going to throw. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And this will be caught at the 30. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. They will get 4 yards here on the 1st down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. 10th carry now for McCoy. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 11 yards there, 1st down. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. Now a draw play. This is McCoy. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Out of the shotgun, it's McCoy. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Defense simply not fooled by the draw there.
Well, they were thinking run to begin with, and what they tell their defensive linemen is play the run on your way to the quarterback. If someone shows, go get him, and that's exactly what they did.
They'll try and run it with McCoy. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. This Colts D up to the challenge so far, but they need another stop here on 3rd and goal. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. Butker's kick here is good, and that will do it for this first half.
All right, so he made it through one half without having to really rip my head off.
Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, where it was the visiting Rams who come in and get the victory on the road. 27-10, the final score. From there, we'll head east to check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting Jacksonville Jaguars. Cam Newton, 2 touchdown passes as his guys remain unbeaten.
Oh, really?
And finally, on Monday Night Football, we'll see the Browns and 49ers get after it out in Santa Clara. In our game is Jacoby Brissett, who's led the way on offense in the first half. His guys have the lead, as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
Hey, Ripley.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mahomes looking for Kelsey on the deep ball. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself.
They got his man complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Mahomes.
What?
His throw incomplete. Oh, Travis Kelsey unable to pull it in. And it's 3rd down.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football. Not easily done in today's NFL.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
KC last year on 4th down, 12 of 15, 3rd best in the league, and they're going again. Mahomes going to go on 4th down. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. With that incompletion, we step league-wide for a second. I want to discuss Saquon Barkley's injury. Obviously, that hurts the Giants, who are having a quarterback change. And, look, Daniel Jones looked good, but they're going to need Saquon Barkley in that backfield. In a big way. Not just as a runner, obviously, but his ability to catch the ball in the backfield, make plays in open space. 4 to 8 weeks with a high ankle sprain. Horrible news, not just for the Giants, but how about fantasy football teams? All right, if you've got Saquon Barkley, many of you selected him at #1 in your draft. Now he's going to be out for a decent portion of the season. You better hit your waiver wire and get Wayne Gallman quickly. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause. But he's got his man Hilton. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of. Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. And it'll be intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right? Yeah, not the case here. That's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. And now here comes Kansas City. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points. So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up. But he trusted his defense. Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline. Now we'll see what his offense can do. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mahomes, he's going to fire one deep, middle of the field.
How is no one catching these all of a sudden?
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback when he delivers the ball. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Well, they went with a nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good. Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down. You bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Unable to corral him. He fights through. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So here are the Colts to take over. They were winners last week, defeating the Raiders, and right now they're in the driver's seat here as they start off 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Mack. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now. From the 41, Brissett. Ebron's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there and a 1st down. I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. Oh, he's got some breathing room. 20. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marlon Mack with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Vinatieri connecting on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising.
Oh my God.
Patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter. We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard, they trail as we start quarter number 4. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Another carry tonight for McCoy. He's been the workhorse. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City 1st down. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one, because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The Pro Bowler Tyreek Hill, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll run it with McCoy. And once again, this Colts defense stops him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the 2nd half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you sprint.
And that's intercepted. It's Darius Leonard, the 2018 Defensive Rookie of the Year. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll go again here with Mack. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here, stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll lift to throw. Nowhere
Why
to
he take so long to
escape,
throw?
and he goes down. That's sacked by the DN, Danico Autry. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Travis Kelce, the all-pro tight end, the intended receiver. 3rd down here. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and forever. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Now McCoy. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
He's coming.
Mahomes now to throw. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Byron Pringle, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Extra point right down the middle. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. And the Colts are going to recover the football. And that should be enough to get them home. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Let's go, D.
So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory, and never an easy thing to come into Arrowhead and get the victory. One of the toughest places to play in the league, but they did it.
Some of the best fan support in the league. They take pride in it. They love their team. They rally around them, good and bad. But when it's good, oh, it is so difficult to come into this place and get a win. From the time they sing the national anthem and finish it with the home of the Chiefs, you're in trouble right from that moment usually.
So for the Colts, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, it was a good first month, but they'll fall to 4-1 as they suffer their first loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Okay, well, that could have gone a lot better than I expected it to be. Chiefs are going to lose this game. Come on now, really? Chiefs are going to win. They're going to win. Colts, as much as they fine, they're not going to win. That's really all I have to say. I'm trying to come up with something like smart or something. I don't know. But no, Patrick Mahomes, the Chiefs are a much better team than the Colts are. It's just that simple. As for a final score, I don't know. Actually, no, I do. 45. Yeah, 45 to 10. I don't know. This game just hurts my brain so much I can't even think of anything. So, thank you guys so much for watching. This has been our weekly edition of Simulation Saturday. If you like what you saw here on Twitch, be sure to leave a follow, as well as turn the notifications on so that you guys get notified whenever we go live here on Twitch. This will go up on YouTube on Saturday. If you look at what you see over there, hit that subscribe button and spank the bell button so that you guys get notified whenever we upload a brand new video. Thanks again for watching, and as always, we will see you next time. Later.